Hello guys, welcome to The Talking Point. On today's show, we'll be discussing different talents and I'll be your host Ikra Abdi. With me here is Najma and Naima. Najma, a spoken word artist and author, and Naima, a makeup artist. So Najma, could you please take us through your journey, tell us more about yourself?
Yes, for sure. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Najma Saleh. Many people call me Drops of Melanin. That is like my artistic name. I'm also a performer, so most people know me by that name. As a spoken word artist, I started initially as a writer, so I started writing at a very young age. I didn't know what I was writing, but I was good at writing and reading and all that. So I officially started writing as a passion when I was in class 7, class 8 there. Then I became a performing artist when I joined campus officially.
And which year was it?
Almost 3 years now.
Okay.
Yes, I have performed in very many events, including Somali Glamour Awards.
MashaAllah, that's nice.
Thank you. I'm also an author. I have published a book.
I know about that, so please.
Yes. I have published a spoken word book. It's more about poetry and also stories that are close to me. So yeah, it's now almost 4 months since I published a book. Yes, my book is called Her Escapades. You already know that.
I
So
know
for
that.
the people who don't know,
For the viewers,
yes,
please make sure you go and read that book.
Yeah, for sure.
And now Naima, our makeup artist.
Hello guys, my name is Naima Mohammed Afi, that's my full name, but I go by Naima Mohammed. So I've been doing makeup. Okay, actually let me just start from the start. I used to do bad makeup since I was a kid. Like I just used to go take makeup and just do something.
But you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
So I just take some lipstick, some eyebrow pencils and just do it and I just walk. So I started loving at that time. So I used to do looks every day. There's a time I used to do looks every day. Like usually, I'm like so motivated. I'm like I have to do this, and then I used to snap everything.
So you became passionate about it?
Yeah, and I used to.
Which year are we like talking about?
All my life, to be honest.
You've been passionate about,
Yeah,
but when did you become serious?
I think
Because you've been, like you said, you've been a bad makeup artist. So
no,
when?
okay, obviously when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you just do bad stuff.
So when did like this career come? And okay, let me just say this.
Okay,
when did you start taking this seriously?
I think 2017.
So it's been
17.
basically 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to you, Najma.
Yes.
Now you're an author. I believe you have. Is that your full-time job, being an author, spoken word artist?
No, but in the long term, I
That's your
plan
long-term
to.
goal.
Yes, that is my long-term goal, and I plan to do like to publish more books and have poetry hub, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And I'm also in the process of writing another book.
So
And,
when are we getting invited to the launch of the book?
let's give it time yet. I'm also in collaboration with another girl. We are writing a combined book. Yeah, but we want it to be a female cast. So to support the women, especially Somali women, and yeah.
So have you started writing
Yes, I have.
both books?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so that's like your long-term goal is to be an author.
Yes, but for now, I still want to go back to school. I took a break from university when I was in third year, so I'm planning to go back and finish that. I am also working.
Which course?
I was doing environmental science.
Wow. So from environmental science to being an author, wow.
Yes, okay, but like writing has been a passion. It's
Yeah.
nothing that I was forced into or told to
So
do.
why
like,
you forced to do environmental science? Because I'm getting there.
let's just say, when you like, it's not every decision in your life that you take to decide. Initially, I wanted to be a lawyer since I was very young. So I even got a scholarship to do law. But it wasn't possible. The timing was wrong. Everything was wrong. So when the opportunity of doing environmental science came across, I was like, anyways, I still like everything.
I still want to get a degree.
No, yes, and I also like everything to do with nature and environment. So it was a good opportunity too. So.
Okay, I have. So environmental science, that's like you're going back to school. Okay, on the sideline, there's nothing else you're doing, like, is it?
I work. Yes, I have a 9 to 5 like everybody else. I work in a law firm as a PA. So
That's good. So any challenges between going to work and doing writing, going to perform?
I will say the challenge is maybe if I have a performance on a weekday and it's at night, and you know we come from a Somali family, so I will be like, oh, you need to be home at this time. So maybe it's that, but otherwise I don't think so, because any chance that I get on a free time when I'm at work, I do my writings, I do my performance like schedules and all that. So I plan that so well. Plus, I make sure all the events that I'm attending are on the weekends, especially Saturday, so that I don't inconvenience myself. Yeah.
So, Naima, could you please take us through what you do, what type of makeup, how is the business, is it growing, is it a good industry to venture in like Kenya right now?
Okay, as a makeup artist, I do every look, but it depends. Like, obviously,
What's your favorite look? Let me just say this. What's your favorite look?
I have like three of them. Three. So one is the exaggerated one, the weird one. So that one is more colorful. Like you can mix different colors. Like it's something that
So
you
you
don't
just play
wear
with
on a
colors.
Yeah, it's something you don't wear on a daily basis. And then you have the natural one. I love that one. So that one you can wear it on a daily basis, and it's minimal.
Like today?
Yeah, that's minimal.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the soft one. The soft one is the one that if you're going somewhere maybe to meet someone, you just apply that one.
Okay.
It's more of to the minimum one.
So like, okay. So those are your three favorite
Yeah.
looks. How's the business in Kenya? How's the
Okay.
makeup industry?
For me, it's growing. Like,
It's growing, yeah?
It's growing. Okay, it's actually good. Like seriously, there are many women in this world who are getting married, so it's a good thing.
So you do makeup only when women are getting
No, okay,
married?
no, like it's a good thing. Like if you want to major in the bridal looks, you can get many women.
But you know, like, okay, Najma, you see that as well. There's so many makeup artists around. So like, what do you do different for like me to say I have to go to Naima and not any other makeup artist?
Okay, well, I do unique looks maybe, like something that you love. Okay, they obviously do that, but let's just be honest. Some makeup artists do bad stuffs. Like literally, you can just when you find someone on makeup and then they just look like someone just did something. So okay, it depends here with the connection. If you know someone, they'll just tell someone again, and you have to have social media. It's good. That's where you post your videos, pictures, and everything. So you have to show someone. When someone comes to your IG, maybe they see your makeup, they'll be like, "I want."
So you basically grow your industry using social media.
Yeah, and if you do someone's makeup, you tell them, please tell someone else.
So it's a tell a friend to tell a friend
Yeah,
type
and then
of business.
social media, and then if you want, you can even have business cards. Yeah.
But the
YouTube.
Okay. So the makeup industry is good. It's okay. It's growing.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, back
But
to you, Najma.
you have to know people. That's the thing.
Okay, back to you, Najma. Can you please tell me about a busy day for you, like a busy day where you wake up, work, then just explain a busy day for you.
A busy day starts at 12. I get ready, salah and all that. I need to be out of the house by 6:30. So with the jam of Nairobi, you just need to be on your toes because when you're employed, the employer doesn't want to know the
Where
time
you come from.
Yeah, where you come from, the time that you get to work, and the other things. So I get to work, I do what I'm supposed to do first thing in the morning, then I hop to writing and other things. So in between my day, I can schedule meetings during lunchtime because I also am in collaboration with other friends, including you. doing organizations supporting children homes and all that. So if I have a meeting, I'll schedule them during lunch hours or evening after job. So that works pretty well for me. Also, if I have an event, I'll make sure by 5, maybe the event starts 6 to 8. So between 6 to 8, I need to be to another event, maybe perform, maybe go support a friend who is also doing certain work. So I make sure the events land between that time, so that between 8:30, I'm back home, like I'm on my way back home. So yeah.
So that's a pretty busy day for you.
That is a very busy day for me. Sometimes it even ends 10 at night.
And the next morning you have to get up.
And there's no
work.
compromise.
Oh, but at the end of the day, they say hard work pays.
Yeah, facts.
But I have a question for like both of you. You know, when people, most of the people, when they're getting into like makeup, spoken word, poetry, like all these things, there, apart from passion, there's also money. So my question, and I'm sure many of our viewers are wondering, does this industry pay?
Okay, let me say what I know. As for me, I started earning my first money for a gig when I came to Nairobi. Like I used to go to Machakos for my university, so every gig that we did in school was in support of the clubs and all that. So it was also to grow myself and my confidence and all those things. So when I came to Nairobi, I realized, when someone calls you for events, they have to pay you. So that has been good.
So there's
good
money.
Hustle. Of course, there is money.
Good money, or is it just money, or good money is money, or money is good money?
Well, okay, at that time it was good money because I couldn't get that anywhere, so I was going to appreciate it. By that, it was good money. You go for a gig, maybe. Let's say someone calls you and tells you, they give you 2,000. That's good money for you standing for 6 minutes.
Or 6 minutes.
I just have to perform 2 pieces, 3 pieces. That is 6 minutes. If someone gives you 2,000 for 6 minutes, that's good
That's
money.
good money.
Very good money. So yeah.
And Naima?
Okay, I actually started taking makeup like a business last year, I think December. So yeah, it was good.
So the money is good.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually very good.
So it's better you stick to it. Is there anything you're doing on the side apart from makeup?
Okay, I want to go study. So
What
I will
course? Could you please tell us?
geology. I'll be doing geology.
Wow. Two people who are into science. You guys love science. You have that in common. And that's good. So you want to do geology?
Yeah, geology.
That's nice. So that's on the side, and that's it. It's makeup and geology.
Yeah, makeup is passion, and I get to earn money, so it's good.
Yeah.
And I know how to do it, so it's good.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
The challenges. What are your main challenges? Like you can tell someone who's starting right now, who's starting to do poetry right now, like ukijua kuna hii na hii.
Okay. First challenge will be we live in a male-dominated society, so
Now, if it's a male or that is a
still when
advice for a female.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, mainly I look at females, and I'm here because of females and Muslims and hijabis and all that. So, first of all, my first challenge was being a Muslim. The fact that I wear hijab and I stand before men and I have a point to make. Also, the first time that I started poetry, I was the only girl, the only Muslim who was doing spoken word in that club. Yeah, so like, but the good thing is it depends with who you're working with.
But generally in Kenya there are a few. There are
A few hijabis.
How many are there?
Yeah, I can't tell because
Maybe
some people.
5 to 10.
Yeah. Either way, the fact that I stood by the point that I want to do this and I'm going to do this, and
With or
no one
without
is
my
going,
hijab?
Exactly. Oh, with
With
my
my hijab, sorry.
with my hijab, like it was a big challenge because you don't know what to expect from people. So I remember my first gig, I was doing a surprise performance from the audience. Nobody knew me. I was in first year, so people were having an event that was called Mizani Andimi, I think so. it was a spoken word, so they had the last set, it was like a lawyer, and so it was something like that. Then I came out of the audience as a surprise party to that, so everybody was shocked, who is this? But also, thank God I have a good support system. Everywhere I go, my best friend is always there. So that was the first time I called and was like, yeah, you need to show up. So that support felt good. Also, another thing is being a woman. Some people don't see it as a challenge, or men tend to say that that is not a challenge because, like, oh, we respect you, or but you can tell when you know that you're putting in work and you're doing something that is good, but someone else is not appreciating it, and they're appreciating the other person who like do things to get by. You know, like there are people just do things to get by, and there are people who put in works like yeah. So that is like you can clearly see that, but again, there's nothing you can do about it except proving to them that you can do better and be better. So.
And you've proven that. No
Thank
doubt.
you.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah. Naima, your challenges in the makeup industry?
Okay, first of all, the customers, sometimes you can find really like rude customers. Like seriously, you tell them to do something, they don't do it. And then sometimes if you don't, like people, okay, as I told you, you have to know people. Like people need to know you before you start it. So if people don't know you, that means you don't have a job. You're just sitting there with your makeup. That's it. So that's one of the things. And then some people actually don't pay you.
Don't pay.
Yeah, actually you can just do it and then they're like, I don't like this makeup, and they don't pay it. So that's it.
Wow. I'm sorry for that, and I hope it gets better.
Inshallah.
Najma, the first time, how did how did the audience react, and how did your family react? Did your family know this from like the day one, and did you get their full support? Yeah.
Okay, I have been a spoken word from such a long time. Like I've been writing poetry.
Yeah.
I used to do speeches in school. When I was in high school, I did a speech on behalf of our principal because he was not there. So the fact that I used to do that public speaking and public appearance, I think my family quite knew that I was gonna end up in that industry. Still, my mom thinks that I'm supposed to do media. Yeah, still my mom thinks that. Okay, when I said first of all, I was inspired to start performing by Buna Muhammad. I was listening to Buna Muhammad a lot. I know the lyrics head to head, like word to
All of
word.
them?
Yes. So I used to listen that at home a lot when I cook, when I wash, when I do what. So my brothers will get annoyed because I make kelele for them. So my mom knew that I perform at events, I do all those things, but she wasn't sure until the first time she saw me on TV. So I told her like, Mom, I'm going on TV tomorrow. She's like, Wallah, yeah. So she started calling her sisters like, yeah. So that was exciting. So my mom is okay with it. She very supportive. She knows what I'm doing. She was there on my book launch. Actually, all my family were there. Yes, and my sisters are very supportive. You've met my sisters.
Yeah.
My sisters are very supportive. They're always the ones who deciding what I'm wearing, makeup and all that. So yeah, it has been a pretty good support. Also, before we go to everybody else, my best friend, I literally give props to him because sometimes you need those people that when you have second doubts, they remind you that this is the way to follow. So yeah, it's been that support.
So shout out to him.
Shout out to you.
Naima, so what are the challenges? Like, not the challenges. When it comes to family, when it comes to like your support system, how has it been? How has the journey been? Was it hard?
No, it's not hard. They're very supportive. Like literally, every time I do a look when I'm at home, they're like, "Oh my God, it looks good." I just go to them. My mom, my sister. Actually, my sister. She literally just knows which colors suit me and all that. Like literally, she's just been watching me do that. And my mom, my cousins, like my friends too. Like it's been good, and they tell me when I do something bad, so it's good.
So shout out to them too.
Yeah.
Okay, Najma and Naima. This industry, there are challenges na kuna benefits. Can you please tell us the benefits? Because we've talked about challenges. There's nothing that doesn't have disadvantages and advantages. So we've talked about the disadvantages. What are the advantages of being in front of people, Najma, and doing your spoken word?
Okay, one thing that makes me happy every time that I stand and perform is not the number of people that are there, it's not the claps, it's not the snaps, it's that one person who comes behind the scenes and tell you, that meant a lot to me. That means a lot
So
to me.
who has been behind the scenes?
Very many people. Like I have been approached by so many people who have been in the industry before me.
Strangers or friends?
Strangers, people I've never met before. People have approached me like, yeah, we love it. Also, another thing that has been a very good support to me is social media. Social media has a very big impact in my work and my industry because people appreciate what I do. People tell me like, people repost my work. Nothing gives me more joy than someone saying that meant something to them. Because at the end of the day, I think we all share the same struggles. If I'm heartbroken because of love, it doesn't feel different if you're going to be heartbroken because of love. So we share feelings that gives me hope and motivation to continue doing it. So yeah.
So you've okay, let's say you've gotten positive feedback on social media.
Very positive.
And how do you deal with the negative? Because I'm sure they're negative feedback.
The solution is not to deal with them.
So you just but
yeah, okay, it depends because there are other people who have positive criticism. Because if actually someone came to me in private one day and she's like a sister to me. There's like I don't agree with how you wrote this because of this and this, and it made sense to her. Like the way she explained to me, it made sense as to how she feels that is wrong. Yeah. But again, I think we have different experiences. For example, if we were to write about end of time, we don't know about end of time, so everybody has their own speculation and their own ideas, opinion, ideologies, what they believe in, how the end of life will be. So when I write, I don't always expect everybody to understand what I'm writing or where I'm coming from for me to write that thing, because most of the times I write the things that I've been through or the things that someone I know have been through, so things that I relate to. Again, I am that person who writes. I don't just wake up and decide, oh, by there I want to write. It just comes. It's a feeling. My friends say it's wahi because I can literally dream about what I want to write, and I'll wake up 3 in the night and I'll scribble it down, and I'll wake up in the morning. It's like, oh, okay, I remember writing that. Yeah.
You still haven't answered my question.
Oh,
negative feedback. How do you deal
negative
with
feedback? I don't think I deal with it.
And okay, the first time you were like getting into this industry, obviously there like negativity. People who are like there on social media platforms. How did it affect you in any way?
Not really. I think I'm a very a strong-minded person. I would like to believe so, because I've been through worse than that, so I don't think someone who's behind the screen and wants to say something negative to me will come through the screen and attack me. So that is what I like to believe. Also, I'm a very positive person, so if someone says something negative, I'll make sure I reply to the positive feedback so that they feel like, oh, okay, I think that is wrong. I should have approached it the other way.
So you're saying we should approach negative feedback with positivity?
Definitely, trust
any
me.
Day.
It is any day.
Okay.
It is more of it's going to give you peace of mind, and that person will realize they've done something. Guilt kills people.
It sure does.
Trust me, it does.
It sure does. Naima, tell us about the advantages of this industry, or maybe because apart from you loving it, and I know loving something is everything, so apart from you loving it and apart from the money, what else is keeping you there?
Okay, okay, I give out service. So when someone says I've done something good, definitely I feel good. Like seriously. Like, okay, so it's a good thing. Like I do someone's makeup and then I make their day.
So when someone appreciates your work,
Yeah. And
you're
then,
like,
yeah, and I know I made this someone's day, even though they're still paying me.
yeah,
So it just gives me the joy.
wow. So that's it. And tell me, how do you deal with the negative feedback?
Surprisingly, I've never gotten any negative feedback.
Wow,
It's so surprisingly.
that's good. Samatu alhamdulillah.
But I think many people criticize behind your back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People are not courageous enough to do it before your face and tell you blah blah blah. So they'll go tell someone else will tell someone
Yeah.
else. And most of the people who criticize your work are high percentage the people who have never experienced your services. High
Those
chances
people know
are
what you're going
they don't
through.
know what you no they actually have they've never let you done something to them or have
Yeah.
seen you on stage
Yeah.
perform and say, you know, oh, that girl I think is good, so they've heard from someone else.
my God, that girl is good. So basically, what you're trying to say is it's people who've never like seen you perform. It's never it's people who've
Definitely,
never
who have
seen
never
your
seen me in
work.
person, because like me, when people see my social media, they assume I'm a very loud person, like I'm out there. I'm out there if I get comfortable. If we are just friends, I'm a chilled person. I'm a laid back person. So they're like, oh my God, we were expecting her. Like, yeah.
Okay, after speaking about that, your book, you said your book, yeah? It has
Yeah.
like, it's just about you basically, it's your
Yeah.
experiences. How did it make you feel? Because when you want to share an experience, mostly it's hard.
Yes.
Opening up is very hard, I believe.
Very hard.
So how was it that you shared your experience in a book, like for everyone to read?
Okay, I believe I said most of the things in an artistic way for someone to know that what was going on is going to be very hard unless you want to dig deep in. Again, I believe everybody's story is theirs to tell. If I don't tell it, who will? Nobody. For the few people who have told things in person, these people I can see them getting inspired through my eyes. Like when you see someone, you're like, yeah. So when someone tells you, I wish I could read that in a book. Like I wish you could tell that to more people, you know. So those are the simple things that gathered up to me writing the book. Yeah.
So it wasn't hard for you?
No, it wasn't hard, but the hard part was like, getting to that dark place that, like, you know, for me now to go on stage and perform, let's say I want to perform a piece when I'm happy, and currently I'm not happy. So for me to shift my mind to being happy at that moment is hard. But I have to do it. So I'm going to be on stage very happy. You're not going to tell it is me, even if I was crying or I was bawling and all that. So it is shifting mind that was hard, because sometimes, plus most of the things I wrote when I was in a very dark place. I was going through a lot at that time. So writing and coming out of my own thoughts, it was very hard. I was crying, literally. I was writing for days, nights. I remember staying 3 nights consecutive just to write. So it's all about the passion again. It's the drive in me, like I can't help it. If right now I tell you I really want to write, I can't help it. I will put everything down and go write. That is how
It's the passion and the drive, yeah. So Naima, what advice would you give to like the upcoming makeup artists that are watching right now? What would you tell them?
Patience is key.
And drops of melanin.
Consistency.
Okay, and with that, we're done. Thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we're done.